And most probably encounter this very, very important program where we try to ask the Sheikh. This is a program where they educate the Muslims there about certain questions then where we know they understand a certain thing where we clarify to we. Each and every time we are in doubt, we want to go to the Sheikh for me and guide we. They can so God say, and so the Prophet teach we waiting for do. So today we are blessed. Forget one of the renowned imam in America, now MASJID HASKY MASJID, where Sheikh MOHAMED KABIR, where they with we are today. If they can't ask, if they can't answer, or they can't explain to me, they can't teach me, for now we understand why we for married one woman or why we for married 4 women. But the reason why this topic very, very important, now the misconception, where some people can try to manipulate certain like direction from the Hadith or the Quran for example, some man no able get thing for it, some man not even get fine host, but they go the verse said and say I married 4, you know, and at the end of the day it will end up for maybe suffer even himself, the woman there, the beginner when they come. So we want to know what in the Quran say, what in the Prophet say, what in the Hadith say if we for married 4 wives, regardless of the situation. So for help we understand this talk better one, Sheikh Denaya, Sheikh MOHAMED KABIR, he go himself up an introduction for let the people that will listen we around the world. Make that very clear. Sheikh, welcome to Talking Point platform. You can greet people that will listen around the world and you can add to your introduction, sir.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Alhamdulillah, we thank the Almighty Allah. I want to thank we brother Mr. Kabo for the opportunity for Kandenaya today for talk. Inshallah, the question is okay, and we look forward to explaining more about what in this question they about. We ask the Almighty Allah, Rabbi israh li sadri wa yassir li amri wa ahlil uqdata min lisani yafqahu qawli. So from there, Ustaz, I go pass the call to you again, inshallah, so before we start.
Okay, thank you very much. So time we'll go straight to the point. We as Muslim, we for married 4 women, or what's not the best for we? I follow married 1. This is not the question. This where a lot of people ask me. We say, okay, now we want to go to now help we clarify, now we understand that. Now the word is.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for the opportunity for Can Talk this platform. Definitely, this is not a very good question. But before we go answer that question, let we try first for understand the human being and the history of this human being and how God created this human being. Okay, so God the Almighty create mankind and the human being. When God creates them, He creates them from 3 different components: the life, the soul, and then also the flesh. The flesh, Allah gets them from the thin, from the clay of this world, and then the life and the soul, both of them, God creates them in heaven. And then when God creates them, He associates certain things to the human condition where He did in this world. And then there is other things that they will also tie to the other world. So Allah said in the Holy Quran, فَنَفَخْنَا فِيهِ مِنْ رُوحِنَا, say we definitely blow into this humankind with spirit, God in your spirit. Where God they talk in that command, He talk about Himself, but in the form of power. For say, He blow the spirit in this person in life. And then also Allah said inside the Holy Quran, وَنَفْسٍ وَمَا سَوَّاهَا فَأَلْهَمَهَا فُجُورَهَا وَتَقْوَاهَا. He said inside this human being, it put the good tendency and then also the bad tendencies. So, and then it continues, قَدْ أَفْلَهَ مَنْ زَكَّاهَا. The person where he somehow be the better person is the person where he try to cleanse in body from the wrong tendencies, where are the evil tendencies. So we as human beings, the way God creates He create we with the tendencies, say we go be good people them or we go be bad people them. So how this happen? This is the way God create the human being. But it give we a method for that we able for cleanse ourselves, and then he give we a balance. That is why he said, "Wa nafsin wa masawaha." That when he create this human being, he give him away the brain for make it able for do the balance between the good and the bad side of this human being. So after that, God say that inna hadainahu sabila imma shakiran wa imma kafura. Then when I create this human being, I bring and come to this world, are able for different direction. Whether it will be somebody where he grateful, follow the right path, or he be somebody where he ungrateful and then he follow the wrong side. So that is why before we go far right now, we just get for time for make we divide the human condition into two different domains. There are certain people that way them believe say God, everything way they do in this world is for be submissive to the will of Allah. So everything way they do now for please Allah. So you free from everything way associate with this world. That person they na in your spirit na in tie exactly with the Jannah, with the ruh where na the qadafla man zakaha. The other person where he be for say in your ruh he just tied to in your desires them. He call himself for say he free, but he not free. He free only to not for worship the Almighty Allah, for follow the rules them of Allah, but he tied to this dunya. So all what he in the dunya for please in body, please in life, please in desires them na this dunya. So when we get that to that level, we understand the people then for say the person where they follow God in work, that person they do the things them, that person understand for say everything where God don't give them in this world with regards to in your body, man or woman or that body they not belong to them. It belong to the Almighty Allah. So in order for use that body there for the wrong things. But meanwhile, the other person where he believe for say, he get so much freedom, he tie in your freedom to liberty, he believe for say, in your body, he can use them for anything. So he can use them for go do zina, he can use them for make money, he can use them for anything, you no worry, because you know get nothing way in the worry about for Yom Al-Qiyamah. So that kind of person, and they, if we talk about this situation, it will be in your perspective of this situation, it be different from the person where you get another perspective where before say everything where they do now this dunya they do them for Allah. So let we move. Once we don't get that one as the background, let's move back again. Let's discuss about what Allah said. Allah said, "Ya ayyuhan nasu inna khalaqnakum min dhakarin wa unsa wa ja'alnakum shu'uban wa qaba'ila lita'arafu inna akramakum indallahi atqakum." He said, "I create you humankind. I create you now as men, women, generation after generation, a group of people, kinsmen, tribesmen, but the best among you, not to the rich one them. The best among you is the people with the taqwa, the people that way them believe in Allah, the people that way them they obey Allah, the people that way them they try to negate the things the way Allah say is wrong. Then they do the right things the way Allah say are the right things them. Them person and they, them people and they, now the people them we they try for talk about, and the people that way and they are the wrong side, we will ask Allah for let them come na the right side, make them start for do the right things." Another verse of the Holy Quran where God try for tell me about this situation of the man and the woman, Allah said, وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ أَنْ خَلَقَ لَكُم مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا لِتَسْكُنُوا إِلَيْهَا. He said part of Allah in sign them for the human being for making your life conducive in this world is that He creates from the rib of Adam, with grandpa, He creates from the rib of Adam woman, and that woman when Hawa, na the source of all the women them. He create them litaskunu ilayha. For let we get tranquility, we go able to live with them and then get peace, create inner peace, and then wajala bainakum mawaddatun wa rahma. It create unconditional love and then some form of mercy and respect and dignity for this woman there, where we get them now in life. The people then where they're able to understand, and Allah said, that is an example of the people then where then they think well and then they internalize their thinking and then get inner thoughts when then they think about the creation of Allah, especially when you come to the woman. So that is very, very important for understand. For say the woman, God make them not a tool for you. God make them for you for let He did a companionship. Let He be a companion for you. Let He help you for reproduce. You picking them, make them grow in this world, and then also make He did it for support you so that you will able to be somebody in this dunya. Once you don't understand that one day, then you don't understand the position of the woman. So what did Allah said? Yes, a Muslim you can marry a second wife, you can marry a third wife, you can marry a fourth wife, and then you stop there. But Why did Allah say that one day? For say it possible for you do that one day. Allah been the try for solve a problem and then he suggests another idea. What thing happened? In the beginning, the Arabs them how them in they lived. Then they live in a way that the person where he get more, he take advantage of the other people them. When somebody die amongst them, he take him picking, he give him to one person as an orphan. When the orphan then at the hand, what thing then they do? Then they take advantage of the orphan. Then they take the orphan them inheritance where then take where then give them where then people then left under the hand. Then they begin to use that inheritance. Then they Allah said that one day is wrong. So now they start that one day of this higher where Allah said, "Wa in khiftum alla taqsitu fil yatama." If we are afraid for let una not be righteous for on the inheritance of these poor people them where them people and them pass or then die, and not only an orphan. Even an environment today, right now, even in Sierra Leone or any other part of the world, you get people and when big people and then get money, and then a family, somebody he be married to somebody where he gets small, and that person they die. The woman not sabi how to do business, he not sabi anything, and then another man they grab, he say he want go marry that woman. If you go marry that woman, what in are you intention? Because in amalu biniyat. You intention where you they think, if you they think for say they go marry the woman, so make you take the money where the woman don't accumulate all the time, then they wrong. Now that one they got they try for tell these people for say it wrong for like anybody if they take advantage of a woman because of what God don't give them, and then you take advantage of them, not for say you try for render them any help, but you try for take advantage for of the woman. He say, وَإِنْ خِفْتُمْ أَلَّا تَقْسِطُوا فِي الْيَتَامَى فَانْكِحُوا مَا طَابَ لَكُم مِّنَ النِّسَاءِ مَثْنَى وَثُلَاثَ وَرُبَاعَ. He say, una go able left that woman there, because at this point, if your intention now for go exploit them, then left that orphan, no marry them. But Allah said He will give you suggested idea. Now you go able married from another group, from other people, them from other women, them how many? If you able married 2, if you able married 3, if you able married up to 4, but you have to meet certain conditions. Now, let's go back to the human condition where God creates this human being. When God wants to create the human being, He tells the malaika then for say, Inni ja'ilu fil ardi khalifa. And they create a representation on the surface of the earth. Now then the malaika then tell Allah for say, Allah, ataj'alu fiha man yufsidu fiha wa yusfiqu dima wa nahnu nusabbihu bihamdika wa nuqaddisu lak. Oh Allah, how comes you create a group of people then, where then they go on that surface of the earth? Then they go begin to kill themselves. Then they go begin to create problem them. You remember when we talk about فَأَلْهَمَهَا فُجُورَهَا وَتَقْوَاهَا, that God has put into this human being this the spirit of evil. So when this human being when that evil start for overcome that person, what in are the things then where they get for happen? You go start for see war, then they happen in places them, and when war come na a place, other than they suffer more. I demand them. So the man then they die, and the woman then they left. And when that happened, Allah wants a solution. So solution number one, the reason why this thing happened, why Allah accept for say, let this thing happen, let a man able for married more than one. But listen, there is a condition. The condition Allah said, wa in khiftum alla ta'dilu fawahida. He said, if you wanna get fear for say una not go able to give equity to them woman there, una not go able to give a balance to them woman there, you not go able to respect the woman them, you not able to make sure say you give them the love where they deserve, both of them. If you or the other one the way they involved into this relationship, and then you not able to take full custody of the woman them, then obviously you know right for you for make you do that one day, because we don't want to let anything happen when a pain to the woman or pain to yourself. Definitely anything we'll do if we meet some certain criteria. I able to forget some of them. The reason for the ruling one, for let you avoid, for make you not take advantage of the poor people, them, especially the orphan or a woman way a man don't die, and then you just want to take advantage of them, for let you marry them just because you want for take what in God give them. Okay, then they bad. And then also, we talk the second one for say, if there is a man shortage, there is a war in the country, or there is a problem where they happen. Remember, say, when they talk about a woman, this woman where he be for say, he keep himself. He believe for say, in body, not a temple, not the place of Allah. Nobody not for use that body there without the person where they marry them. So if we get a group of all the women, then they're very depressed, not the society. They're not able for married. They're not able to get anybody for make it take care of them. and then you as a man, you're in a position of power, you're in a position, you get money, you're able to take care of this man. Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam said, فَمَنْ إِسْتَطَاعَ مِنْكُمُ الْبَاءَ فَلْيَتَزَوَّجْ. Anybody that is able to take the responsibility of taking care of the woman, then he will be able for marriage. But if you're not able to take the responsibility of the woman, then you know need for make it take the marriage. That not marriage itself. He said, if you're not able to take the responsibility for Allah, he be same. So if you're not able to take responsibility for the first marriage, then you no need for marriage. So left them. But take the fast and fast. Okay. But now if you already don't take responsibility, you're not able to take the first wife. But remember, the condition there, you need for take care of the woman. You need for take the entire custody of everything in the house. If you get a woman who say you get for the split out, the woman they help you, and then you say they help the woman, there is something there. We'll go and inshallah we'll explain that one day. And then also the number 3 is that women then get situation there where they associate to them, where it be for say it cause some situation where Allah go want for let you remedy. For example, women they go through menstrual cycle, women they get pregnancy, women they go through menopause. So if that thing then they happen to a woman, definitely we no one let the man there. So if they look na other side, they go do bad things them where it be for say haram na Islam. So as a result, you they talk with your wife, and then you take some clear understanding with the wife. Then you able for take access for make you able for get another woman. Definitely acceptable like Islam, but only if you meet certain condition. Look what Allah said now. Allah said, "Ar-rijalun qawamuna 'ala an-nisa," that the man them for be the sole custody taker of the home. That means the man na him for be the sustainer of the home. So that then are the most important condition that you, the man, you know, they go marry the woman, then you bring a kind of house, then you begin to make a let you go do different things. Then you bring can the money, then where they bring can the money, you they take some of that money, they be go keep her, then you say you go marry another woman. You know, right, brothers. If you compare that one day with what happened, where God immediately intervened with the situation with the orphan, you will see and say then get a little bit of similarity. So the reason that they talk this now because we define ourselves now the West. Now the West now, obviously they're a little bit deviated. The woman then get more independent. Woman they work, they bring can at the house. The man they work, they bring can at the house. In that context, is the man authorized for make you go marry another woman? Remember, now the situation is if you feel say that woman they in money way they bring can at the house. You as a man, you they tell that woman they for say, okay, keep your money. Let me take ownership of the house. And then after you take ownership of the house, at that time, you will discuss with the woman, you get right for make you take another woman. But if you say, let the woman help you, if they bring come small, you bring come small. So that means there is a vacuum. That small day where you they hide, you they take down, they go use down for go married, then they not to justice. You know right in Islam. You know right today, you know right tomorrow. When they see a lot of brothers, then they do that one day, then they come now, then they wait himself, and then you go in a corner, you go take the other woman in the salon, the other woman they can wait for you there. Not to just to that woman there, not to justice for you. And because not to justice for anyone, Islam not allow you for make you do that one day. Anything where they do, you get for benefit everybody. So we try for create these two scenarios. Then we create a scenario wherein the Muslim woman, if they protect in your body, you believe for say everything in life, it do everything for Allah. That woman, they in a depressed environment. If you, Allah give you the opportunity for make you able for take that woman there, you be able to take them. And that society they will accept them. So we break down these things into 3 different domain areas. Number 1, we say, number 1 is for social economic reason. The social economic reasons mean that if this woman, is depressed, you don't old now, you don't 30, you don't 25, you don't get nobody where they marry them, and then they can go through in age, and then you there in that place there, you get enough money for making you able to look after your own family already, and then you want for support the other family. Yes, in Islam, it's acceptable. You go, you get the woman, or you get another one, up till 4 of them. You they can support the society. You they can help the people them for let them build themselves, and the society will be more strengthened. The second reason the benefit is the moral and ethical reasons. The woman needs respect. The woman needs dignity. In Islam, we want to preserve 5 major things then. And then 5 major things then the way we try for preserve now Islam. Number 1 is the Tawhid say God na one. We all belong to Allah. Okay, that's number 1. We want to preserve the life of people. That is why we said al-ainu bil-ain. If you kill somebody, therefore kill you. And then we want to preserve the lineage. The lineage, na the nasab. The person, everybody where them born in this world need for no in daddy, you need for no in mama. You know, one play you go born, you begin a wedlock. You know, acceptable for we born now wedlock. It's not acceptable in Islam. So we want to preserve the lineage. We want to preserve the wealth and property of the people. Now make way somebody thief in Islam, we say, let them cut in hand. And then also we want to preserve the dignity. The dignity of the person is very much preserved. That is why our Rasul said, فَمَنْ مَاتَ لِإِرْضِهِ فَهُوَ شَهِيدٌ. Anybody where he died, they defend in dignity, na a matter, he go to heaven. And then also we want to maintain the family. So in this case, we want to preserve the intellect. Now we tell you for say, let you not drink, let you not smoke jamba, because the time where they drink, you smoke jamba, obviously you don't create problem with your intellect and it's not acceptable. That is why the Almighty Allah is so fair. There are 3 people them where the Almighty Allah say, Rufi al-qalam minhu, that he don't lift the pen, then they write Kiraman Katibin, then they write nothing on them 3 people. And number 1, the child, until the angel show up now in life, and then he start for wet dream. Then obviously now the person he don't begin to mature, and from that time the way start forget the wet dream. When the shaitan they show up now in life, because every shaitan is very, very powerful. It distributes the human what is in people to all human beings. A man, it introduce a woman, shaitan to them. A woman, it introduce a man, shaitan to them. So when the Pekin start for dream, it dream the opposite side, and then the woman shaitan where God where shaitan don't assign to them, it don't begin to appear to them. Once that woman shaitan don't appear to that Pekin, then begin to write on them. Raman Katibin, then they begin to write everything where they do now in this world. And the second one, somebody where they in a limp mode, where he be for say don't sleep till waiting self able to wake again. Remember, at that time then the God don't take the soul from him. When the soul don't come up from that person, at that time they can sleep, they able to understand anything, then they write nothing para. And then they write nothing on that person. And the third one, now the person where he be for say insane, he don't craze. When somebody don't craze, then they write nothing para. So the intellect of the human being, we don't want to let you do anything where you go create problem with your intellect, because Islam, everything where Islam they talk is practical. Everything where they talk now right now, a very practical thing. You see under your life, anyways, very clear. Okay. So the reason number 3 is that the religion and the religious reason, that to preserve the lineage of the family, and then also to preserve the dignity of this woman. So if you can preserve the dignity and the lineage of the family, you get for make sure say the woman is respected, and then you make sure say they take advantage of one of the at the expense of the other woman. Everything way they do, you need for be fair. When you be fair, then you do the things then way Allah wants you for let you do. So this it apply to a society and a group of people where you be for say them believe in Allah, and everything where then they do them for Allah. And then believe for say they not need for expose themselves to the wrong person until then take the then go through the process of marrying that person. That is why Allah said, "Rijalun qawamuna 'ala nisa bima fadalallahu ba'duhum 'ala ba'd." He said, Allah said, if Allah is very, very, very gracious. He said, even now, when I don't say for say demand them, then they take custody of the woman, then for maintenance the woman, then for maintain the woman. But I want to let you know for say, not all the men then get the same pocket. Not all of them then at the same level. Some men them get more. So that means your way they maintain your woman is different from the other way where the other man they maintain your woman. If that other man able to buy a limousine, you're not able to buy a limousine, it's okay. La yukallifullahu nafsan illa wus'aha. Allah not hold you responsible except for what He don't give you in this world. You understand? So when what Allah give you, now that one they will do. And then you get for be very straightforward between the woman. Tell them for say, Mama, now this I get. And then the other one, you tell them for say, Mama, now this I get. and then be straight, you be straightforward to them, and then be straightforward to you, Allah will put blessing na the family, and the family will grow with respect and dignity. But if you're not able to do that one, then we get problem. So if you follow the second part of the verse, Allah described the woman the way we try to talk about. He said, فَصَالِحَاتٌ قَانِتَاتٌ حَافِظَاتٌ لِلْغَيْبِ بِمَا حَفِظَ اللَّهِ. He said, this na the woman them where it be for say, they hold themselves restrained. They not allow let anybody take advantage of them. Then they hide the thing the way God don't ask them for, let them hide. Then private side, then they hide them. And then also then they hide the wealth of the man for protect the wealth of the man. Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam said, Kullukum rayun wa kullukum masulun an rayati. You are all responsible, and then you will be held responsible yawm al-qiyamah for the responsibility where God don't give you. You're responsible for look after your family, and you have them if God give you the opportunity. And then also the woman also is responsible for look after the family, the wealth of the family, for making protect the wealth of the family. Allah will also ask him Yawm al-Qiyamah. So Allah said, Summa la tus'aluna yawma idhin anin na'im. Then we will ask you after next world for all the bounties that we don't give you in this world. Even the woman said for lady in your life, brother, if you're not foreseen a bounty we God give. Okay? But God is very fair. Again, we go back again to the same thing. Why we say that? You know, Allah knows that this human being, inside this human being, the heart of this human being, now that one day the heart, we call them the hardware. The hardware is the physical portion that the human being can touch. And the software is the step-by-step instruction that tells the hardware what to do. So Allah put all the software there inside the heart. Your desire, your love, anger, rahmah, for make you feel sorry, empathy, and then all this emotional what is then God put under the heart. And inside that heart, the way God put under, now it make it give the nerves for let it be the balancer, the balance taker. So that means now it make every time when something they happen, if you check what in Allah they talk inside the Quran, every time they ask the mortal man and even the prophet, he say, Fasbir ala ma yaquluna wahjurum ajran jamila. He say, Muhammad, be patient with them. All what in they talk, so no worry. Just let them let them talk, but you try to talk to them nice. Okay, he said now the other verse was Bir Sabran Jamila. He said, be nice to them, just be patient with them. You know, in Allah ma sabirin, God is always with the people that were patient. You know why? Because the ajala for make you take a decision on his, it come from shaitan. And what in shaitan they do, it push the button of the heart and it work on their software and they went and then you had, and then you build the anger. And when you build the anger, you rush for take decision. And when you rush for take decision, you take the wrong decision there. That is why when something happened to you, you always get for step back and then think. When you allow the brain for come in, that is why Allah said the nerves and the brain work together and they will find the balance between the evil side of you and the good side of you. So the human tendency for be evil for do bad things in this world, it is. So you as the human being, we don't count at this world, you get for know who side you belong and then maintain who side you belong. Keep your religion, and then only do the things the way Allah wants you to let you do. Not try to deviate and then follow the wrong things then. Because if you follow the other interpretation of freedom, of the human freedom, obviously, then they see freedom for say, now what thing you supply to your desire. What thing that they mean? A person can just wake up now this morning, say, if they go marry another man. In that kind of environment, you go tell anybody for say you want for married another woman, they go say no. Because the system, they're not able to understand the system way, not a working system. And the woman go say the same thing, he say he want married another woman. So all this fit now, all them thing they are waiting, they happen. Now the mortal man, when the time get for come now this dunya, we all they see the good things then where God been done show we in this dunya, they try for fade, they erode, and mortal man they go back to the age of ignorance. Where God talk about for say the measurement of ignorance on the human being, Allah said, Azanul Jahiliyyah, that the thinking and then the assumption of ignorance. When somebody they think say, oh, this now so God make me God make me for make I be a man, but me a woman. I know I for be a man. It's all this kind of bad thought. It's the thinking of ignorance. And that even don't happen before Islam. And all of them, they try for show back again, they show up. And when it start for show up, even what happened recently in Europe and here in America, you see leaders, they were populous leaders, then they come, we get what we call the Hamiyat al-Jahiliyyah, association, by emotional association to a group of people. Then just grab no more than say, them better pass other people. Then begin to attack refugee them. Then begin to do all them what is self. Then what God can do in that situation, He will send a corrective action. And then He tell, okay, if we not feel say everybody for staying at the house, now I will make all man staying at the house now. So God bring come a situation where now if you get to, you not get to, you na yao, all man let's stay now in the house. God will bring corrective action. Once the human being don't begin to move from the tendencies of life, even at this part of the world, some years ago, they not allow any married man, not married a man. They say married now between a woman and a man, but the thing then they change. Why? Because the human condition they can change. As the human condition they change, Allah they make a lot of tests for we. Inshallah, if I reach there, there is one side of also why I want to continue. Just give me a few minutes. Allah said, وَلَن تَسْتَطِعُوا أَن تَعْدِلُوا بَيْنَ النِّسَاءِ. Allah said, if there is tendencies and possibilities, say, you as a human being will not ever able to be very straightforward, can very, very, very give the most equity between the woman then. Why? Because of that emotional tie, because of the software where they run now you had, Shaitan did it. And Shaitan will make sure, say, he push them for you, for let you go look at the other side. You say, oh, that other woman, this thing where this other woman get, that other woman not get her. So you begin to spend more time there. Allah said, no, then they not right. Even, he said, but he know, in the Almighty God know for say, it's very hard for you, the human being, for you, the man, for let you be righteous, make you be very straightforward. He said, walau harastum, fala tamilu kullal maili, fatazuruha mu'allaqa. He said, but try hard, make you not lean too much to the other woman, and then you left the other woman hanging. You know, fine, let you go visit the other woman, you give them 4 nights, and then you give this one woman only 1 night. The time with the other woman, they expect you, you know they're able for daily. Allah said down they wrong. So anything where you go able to do outwardly, make you control that one day. The thing that way then they inside, when a shaitan they control down the way now you desire, when you go to that woman, the thing that way they go tell her, then they God say he will forgive you for that one day. Because God know exactly what in there that you had. He said, "Wattaqullaha inna Allaha kana ghafuran rahima." So in they forgive you, and then he get the mercy for let you forgive you. Because he knows so you're not a human being, you get them tendencies there for make you be biased a little bit, but not too much. Outwardly, be careful.
Okay, we want to tell we said plenty thank you. This is a very, very interesting program, and the Sheikh don't break and for we to the lowest of the low. So it depends on you as a Muslim for let you analyze and see the area where you strength there and the area where you weakness there. Sheikh don't make a straightforward to it. Say condition and there. When it comes to marrying in 1 wife, 2 wives, 3 wives, even 4 wives. In fact, to even a point of with no wives, if you don't meet the criteria. So God make the deal easy for we. All what we need for do when we dey in doubt, for one go to the one that we God don't bless with knowledge, the one that we inherit the prophet in property with a knowledge, like how we do so. So Sheikh, we want to use this opportunity for telling plenty thank you. We offer you back now this platform because every Friday with the Canada with different topic there, people in the ask, we want to answer for this question. So we tell you plenty thank you. This is now one question where a lot of people are asked where today we don't get the opportunity for clarify. So that man can't go married for woman just because of the say we don't understand this now. This is clear. We are patient to waiting the teachings and they say, let we now go after we desire, let we just try to understand waiting the check them they tell me, because it's not for we own good. And again, Check, I don't know if you get any last word we go add to the people there and we go say goodbye.
We just want to be grateful and thank the Almighty Allah for the opportunities. And then we also thank you for creating this platform. And may Allah continue to bless you and then bless all of us. And the people that wait and they listen, may Allah give them the blessing of this Friday. And thank you for everything, sir. Thanks for us. Yes, sir.
All right. So go make you dua.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. اللهم اهدنا فيمن هديت وفينا فيمن عافيت وتولنا فيمن توليت وقنا شر ما قضيت إنك تقضي ولا يقضى عليك إنه لا يذل من واليت تباركت ربنا وتعاليت. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. We appreciate it. All right, Fambulen, so we end the program. Until next week, we say goodbye to her and we wish her a happy new year in advance.